Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe
Look,
button.
I'm going to be straight with you about what's actually happening with the Mets right now, because there's a lot of noise out there and not enough real talk. David Stearns just went on an absolute tear last week, bringing in Bo Bichette, Luis Robert Jr., and Freddy Peralta, three massive moves in rapid succession. And now everyone's asking the same question. Are they done? Here's the thing about Stearns that you need to understand. This guy never stops tinkering. He's constantly looking for ways to improve the roster, whether it's February or August. So when he says they're always open to improving the team, he means it. But reading between the lines of what he said last week, it sounds like the major shopping spree might be over. He mentioned they've checked off some of the main goals of the offseason, which is exec speak for "we've done the heavy lifting." Now, the elephant in the room is Framber Valdez. This name keeps popping up in Mets rumors, and for good reason. The guy's a two-time All-Star, finished in the top 20 of MVP voting twice, and he's still sitting out there on the free agent market. The Mets rotation right now has Peralta, McLean, Holmes, Manaea, Peterson, and Senga when healthy. That's not bad, but Valdez would obviously be an upgrade. The problem is, Stearns has shown zero interest in handing out long-term deals to anyone. Zero. And Valdez is 32 years old. You do the math. But here's where it gets interesting. If Valdez is still available this late in the offseason, maybe his asking price has come down. Maybe he's willing to take a shorter deal. And if that happens, you better believe Stearns is going to at least pick up the phone. Other names still out there include Zach Gallen, Chris Bassett, and Lucas Giolito, but none of them have quite the same appeal as Valdez. Let's talk about left field, because this is where things get really murky. Right now, they're looking at Carson, Benge, who's their number 2 prospect, but has basically no experience above AA, 24 games. That's it. Then you've got Tyrone Taylor coming off a season where he posted a .598 OPS, which is, let's be honest, brutal. And Brett Baty is trying to learn left field on the fly after playing third base his entire career. None of these options exactly scream stability. The logical move would be to bring in a veteran. Austin Hayes makes sense on paper. He absolutely crushed lefties last year, hitting .319 with a .949 OPS against them. But sources are saying the Mets haven't shown recent interest, and that tracks with what Stearns has been saying publicly. He keeps talking about giving younger players opportunities, and signing Hayes would directly contradict that philosophy by taking at-bats away from Benge. So don't hold your breath for any major moves in the outfield. The bullpen is always a work in progress, and the Mets have some pieces in place. Devin Williams, Luke Weaver, Brooks Raley, and Luis Garcia are locks. A.J. Minter should be back early in the season once he's healthy. Huáscar Brazoban is out of minor league options, so he's probably making the team just based on that. That's 6 guys, leaving 2 spots open. This is actually by design. Stearns wants competition. He wants younger guys like Dylan Ross fighting for jobs. Craig Kimbrell just signed and could factor in. Tobias Myers might pitch out of the bullpen. The front office learned their lesson 2 years ago when they had a frozen bullpen full of guaranteed contracts and guys out of options. They had zero flexibility, and it burned them. They're not making that mistake again. Stearns wrapped up his comments by basically saying what we already know. They're going to keep working. Transactions will happen in spring training. They always do. They'll stay in touch with both the trade and free agent markets.